horsepower in your life. Feeling real good today. 5 times entries on lsnasty.com to win this guy right here. 1200 horsepower capable turbo LSG body, and it can be yours. All you guys have to do is go to lsnasty.com. First link in the description below. I'm feeling that good. Made it through the week. I'm giving you guys 5 times entry. lsnasty.com. Pick up all your merchandise. Hats, shirts, stickers, socks, key tags, boxes, you name it, we got it, and it will all get you entered to win this thing. All right, guys, we are back here at Bissette Performance, everyone's favorite shop. This is where I go when I'm in over my head and Junior saves the day. So this is kind of like your help hotline, at least mine. So you guys don't all call him up at once because he's here working on my stuff. And don't be picking on him either about working on my stuff, giving him a hard time, because I schedule accordingly. I've been on the schedule for God knows how long. About 8 months. 8 months, there you go.
Well, he just keeps a spot on the schedule.
Permanent
spot on the schedule.
It just stays here. So we got the Colorado back in the shop. You guys, last time it was here, Junior made a bunch of updates to it, fixed some stuff on the rear end. It was really kind of changed up some things that I was a little worried about, wasn't really comfortable, going to cause us some issues down the road. So got a bunch of stuff knocked out, hammered out the tin work on there. I don't know if I've still ever shown the bottom of this truck, but it's got a whole smooth bottom. All the firewall stuff, everything's done. Junior got it set up for the big block. Then we took it over to James over at Hippie Fab. He knocked out some headers, and then myself and Matt knocked out the turbo kit. Junior also got the bed on there securely, so we got that done. And you know, we knocked out the turbo kit, got the motor in there, kind of have an idea where everything's going to go. It's back here to get the body put on it, and then some other kind of finishing touches. We talked about some concerns that we might have in the future, some stuff. I'm like, I just panic, okay? I lose my mind, and I'm like, I'm gonna sell it. I can't do this no more. And then Junior's like, no, I'll get you figured out. So, yeah, right out the gate, I was concerned. I'm not really happy with the ride height of it. I know in my mind what I want. I like my car slammed on the ground. You guys know the black sheep, that thing sits in the weeds. Obviously, with this being a truck, you can't lower it as much, or you can lower it that much, but it's not going to look as low. But I still know where I want it to sit, and it was sitting high. So we had some issues with really just the control arms in the front end in the steering rack location, just not jiving right. So we're just going to end up redoing the lower control arm in the steering rack, and it's not anyone's fault. It's just the way that it worked out. The issue that you have is when you're sitting there at ride height, the alignment's good, and if you have 2 inches of front end travel, it either toes in or toes out real bad, makes it undrivable. So we're just going to redo that, and then we have the adjustable shock brackets on the rear end. So lowering the rear end is not an issue. But as you can see, it does not look like it's ready to go down the track right now because it's missing all the stuff that make it look like a cool race car. So kind of come over here and brainstorm with Junior. I have some slight ideas, and then I kind of let Junior and his team take it from here. So they're going to do a custom bed cover deal and some ducting in the back. So I'll let you take it away from there.
In the back, just like John was talking about, he was worried about air getting up under and lifting the back of the truck when we put the bed on it. So we're going to make some corner gussets with basically a half tub come in to fill this area. It'll be able to Zeus in, Zeus out, except for the corners. That way the bed still comes on and off the way everybody saw it to start with. Same thing with the parachute. It's going to have a 17-inch wing on it and the parachute behind it. That's going to freestand with 1 pin, so you can still take the bed off, parachute stuff stay in place. Seal the bottom, that'll seal everything and keep all the air out of the bottom of it. And like I said, we've got some stuff we're going to neaten up. We're going to try to fix that dash so when everybody looks at it, it's got a smooth look to it.
I guess it's the downfall of the stock firewall. It's not really visually appealing, but it is stock firewall, and all those additions that we make will really make it look more visually appealing. There's nothing you can do. That's how GM could have made it look nicer. Yeah. So GM, try harder next time.
Fix that, and then like I said, get the doors on it, get the front end on it, get all that stuff squared away so it looks and looks like it ought to.
Yeah, the bed being able to remove makes it very easy to work on. And everything else is jiving right. I did have one concern with the width of the rear end, but I think we kind of agreed just to try it out instead of trying to fix a bunch of things. So the track width in the front is quite a bit wider than the track width in the rear. You got about 3.5 inches on each side before you get really even close to the fender. So we're gonna try it like this. If it looks fine and works fine, we'll leave it. If it works fine and I'm still not happy with how it looks, we'll change it. But Junior has the fix for it where we can actually move the tire out without running like a spacer or anything like that.
I don't think a spacer at 200 miles an hour would be very happy.
Yeah, you can't run a wheel spacer with these lows.
Yeah. So, either way, like I said, we can fix that with, the 2-inch style, housing in on it versus the one that's on it, and then move it out and not have to create and build a whole new end. We can use the same one we got. Just change the ends on it, make it move out, and put a, support on both sides of it, so it's not a strength issue with it, and it should be fine.
What back spacing are the wheels?
So the wheels are I got 2 sets of wheels for these. All the cars, except for the black sheep, they all have the same back spacing on the wheel. So it's this one's a 15 by 14 with a 3-inch back space, and on a 12-inch wide wheel, it's a 1-inch back space. So it's a pretty common style back spacing. They're easy to trade out if someone's looking for them, or if I'm looking to buy a set. Or if you're at the track and you mess one up, you can get another one.
It's common.
Yeah, they're pretty common. But it is, now they just started coming out with some really crazy 0 offset or 1-inch with the 14
I
wide.
guess financially that'd be more expensive to go changing.
Yeah. Changing the backspace and everything, buying a new set of wheels, and then they're not compatible. And as you can see, the brake rotor, the caliper, is hanging halfway out the wheel, so it's a pretty aggressive backspacing. I think it looks good. I like the big lip on it as well. So
Dude, if you went to the 0 offset, you'd be able to change your pads without even taking the wheel off.
Oh yeah, the whole, like literally the lip of the wheel on the inside is even with the mounting surface.
Yeah.
So
brake change would be fine.
and then we're doing a couple other things up here. Race Tech 4119C in there. And the way it was mounted, the original 4100 was offset a little bit to the driver's side. And now this one I'm kind of getting into a little bit of the driver containment. So we're going to shuffle the seat over just a little bit, and that should really resolve that issue. Moving the steering rack and the control arms and everything, we're going to have to kind of address the steering at a later date. So Junior's going to put another brace in there in case we have to put some joints inside the driver compartment. And then I'd say one of the most important things is mounting the front end, mounting the doors. Junior's already had the doors, made some brackets for them and everything. I can't do body work, I can't do doors, I can't do front ends. What I can do is I can mess them up where they don't fit good.
And blow them off going down track?
Blow them off going down track, tear them up in the pits, slam the door into the golf cart. I can do all of that. So I bring it over to Junior here, and he gets us straight as far as mounting the bodies, putting the Lexan in the doors. Does an amazing job, just like the tin work. It's unbelievable. Highly recommend if you guys need to get a front end put on or anything like that. I don't know if you like doing the front end stuff, but I'm gonna tell everybody you're good at it because you are. You might low-key hate doing it, but this is I don't even know, I got this from down in Texas.
Gosh, I can't remember the company name either.
I can't remember it. It's a pretty good looking front end, but when they come, it's just the front end.
Just
so
the front end.
what do you have to do to get a front end to stick on a car?
Just like this one, it'll have some side braces we put on at the top to help guide it. Then you build what they call a tree for the front and some bars back and forth to help support it for it to sit on. And then John's talking about putting headlights in these.
Because I can't ever make it easy, right?
Yeah, you can't make it easy. And just like all the other cars, we put headlights in them, make them work. That way when they wire,
I think it looks good.
John needs to be able to see where he's going.
One piece front end with headlights in it, I think that looks pretty cool. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bougie. I just don't want Junior to have anything easy to do. I want to make it as challenging as possible. He's gonna put a bar in the front, and really there was nothing really tying each frame rail together.
Yeah, both frame rails is just the way it was done. It's just got the factory bar in there. It's just got a bone in it. So when we build the tree for the front, we're gonna build a solid bar all the way across the front. So when we make the fuel cell and the front tree, all that stuff will fit together, and then to make the front of the structure of the truck more rigid. So right now it just moves in and out.
This is all the stuff that takes
time.
It takes time, and if you don't do it right, it'd be a pain in the ass. Because you got to think, every pass we make, we're pulling this front end on and off, and it takes a beating. So when you get it done and get it done right, it's amazing. Because when you have one that doesn't fit good, you're cursing it every single time you take it on and off. Yeah, we're in good hands over here at Bissette Performance. His information's in the description below if you want to give him a call or hit him up on Facebook. Don't try to take my spot here though, because I'll fight you for it. And other than that, we're gonna leave Junior. We're gonna let him do some work. We ain't gonna bother him. When we get this back, it'll look like it's ready to go to the track. You guys won't know, but it'll have the front end done, the doors done, the bed, the wing, the parachute mount. It'll look like it's it's ready to go. So next time you guys see it, it'll be a little more sporty looking. So we'll let you go, let you do your thing, get out your hair, and I'll get you some headlights and maybe a couple more things to be a pain in your ass.
There you go. That'll work.